up, everybody? Gridbot Guru here, and going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I look for when I start to look for entering a trade. Now, you guys have seen, I'm hoping you guys have seen my DCA indicators that I've been putting up. Those are going to be what I use majority of the time. The second thing that I do is I look at it at a daily chart. So I use the 24-hour. Sometimes I'll back it down to the 4-hour chart just to kind of get a better idea of what is going on. But right now I look at the 24-hour chart. That way I'm not tied to a computer. I can still go and I can still end up living my life. So today what we're going to do is we are going to look at a potential trade on Pionex. All right. And if you haven't signed up with Pionex, click below. There's a link below for Pionex. Click that link. Join our Discord. Join our Telegram. Let me know that you've signed up using that link below. And what I will do is I will help you get started trading with a bot. Okay. It is 0.05% trading fee. So they are super low. They're one of the lowest, if not the lowest, or if not tied. I know there's some others out there, like I think Coinbase is like, it's a whole percent for just a buy or just a sell. Okay. So Pionex, they're doing great. They're hooked in with Binance, so they have amazing volume on this stuff. So let's go ahead. Let's get to it. So yesterday I was watching this one, a couple days ago actually, and I thought, whoa, that's a huge jump. And what I've done already is I've kind of charted up my zone. Now these are, if you aren't familiar with zone to zone trading, check out my zone to zone trading. That's the first thing that I use is I look for areas that are support, areas that are resistance. And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, what's going to happen? So we have a giant candle here. We went from 24 to 48. So we jumped. It looks like, well, it wasn't exactly 24. So it looks like we went up 71%. Now, personally, what I do is I look at that and I say, okay, it's going to have to come down at some point. So it's going to have to correct itself. Even though that's a great jump, it's probably going to come back down a little bit. And I'm thinking it's going to come back down to the around 30. So that's the kind of, so anywhere from 29.41 down to 23.91. That's going to be the zone that I'm looking at. What I like to do is run a reverse grid. And the reason why I run a reverse grid is because it is going to act exactly like a normal grid, but there are two differences. One, the first difference, and what I'll do is I'm gonna paint it out for you. So we're gonna run a reverse grid, okay? We're gonna do it like that, okay? And I'll change the color for you so you guys can really see it. I'll make it like this color. So a reverse grid is going to act exactly like a normal grid. It's going to buy low, it's going to sell high. Okay, so if you are interested in that, go for it. Here's the difference. With a take profit, I'm going to put a line down here, a take profit there, and we won't talk about a stop loss yet. A take profit will take your entire investment and put it all in to that coin. So with a reverse grid, because if you're seeing it like I'm seeing it, it looks like it's going to end up correcting. And I don't know how far down it's going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I put a take profit in case the bottom falls out and it hits down here somewhere. With a reverse grid, if it comes down, even if it wicks down, it's going to take profit, and it will take, say I put $100 into this pair. It'll take that $100 and buy everything at that $29.41 price. Everything it can. The same thing with a stop loss. Okay, so if I put a stop loss here and it walks its way down, say it gets down to 32, I can take that stop loss and I can just keep moving it down, moving it down, moving it down, moving it down. Say it's down at 32, I could put a stop loss at like 34,299. And if it hits that stop loss, it'll go all in on that coin for 34,299. Right? So I love to use a reverse grid. I love it. I love it. If you start it and say it starts going down and then all of a sudden it just jumps again, you might be out those coins. But if it goes above your highest grid, you've locked in all that with USDT. So you still would end up getting profit. Okay. So like I said, a reverse grid is the exact same thing as a normal grid. However, the take profit and the stop loss will gain coins instead of USDT. So a normal grid uses USDT as your profit, so a stop loss and a take profit will be in USDT. A reverse grid, your stop loss and take profit will be in that coin. So personally, I like those better. So let me clear that out real quick. So I'm seeing this and I'm like, ooh, it jumped up a lot. So what I do is, again, I look at some of my other indicators. And if you have been following along, you're going to see that my dark blue wave, it's up. My light pinkish wave, it's up. It's above the two red lines. That means it is overbought. Okay, that means it's an indicator. It's a very good indicator for being overbought. Now, here's the reason why I like Pionex. I don't have to try to time it exactly right. Okay, I'm going to end up running, I'm going to do two things. One, I can run a reverse grid and I can have my high at 45 and I can have my low all the way down here at, we'll say 30, 29, whatever you want to put it at. And then what I can do is I can just let that bot work and it's going to keep working. And even if it comes up here and comes up and it tests that, we'll say 45 area and then drops, it's still going to be trading during that time. Okay. So it is not ready. Some people call it catching the knife. But I'm not about that. I'm about getting in an area that I like, letting the bots do their job. And it may take 3, 4, 5 days to do that, but that's what that's the style that I do. So I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to run a reverse grid. So you can either run a reverse grid down and try to get a take profit in this green zone. Or the second thing, which is more risk, you can use the token. So and I haven't checked Pionex yet, but if there is an AXS S1 or S2 token, you can use that. My thinking is it's going to come down. The problem with a token is you have to be ready to take profit at that time. Okay, so make sure you're ready to take profit. All right, so that's my forecast for this week. The next upcoming days, we may bounce around a little bit here, but I do forecast a falling down. Okay, if we use our second indicator, which is the EMAs, you're going to see that these EMAs are spreading out quite a bit. Okay, and which that means that you're going to have probably some type of action of a correction. So when you have one EMA gets way out, the others are going to slowly start to follow, but you're also going to end up having it come back down. So if we go back and look at the past, you can see how this one comes way out and then they come back. Okay, they're always going to want to come back together somehow, some way, which is one of the reasons why I like the reverse grid for this, because if these come back down and hit somewhere around in here, there's a good chance it'll probably bounce back up. Okay. All right, everybody. YouTube, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have an amazing day, amazing week trading. Again, do your own research on these. This is just something that I'm seeing. I'm going to try it. But this is not financial advice. Okay. All right, everybody. Again, hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys stay green.